Hey, how goes it? So, we're here in a new world. I went onto build mode, which is another one of the current game modes, which basically gives you an unlimited amount of every resource you could ever really want, as you can see here. So you can build whatever you want. Also, it gives you all of everything else as far as creative mode goes. So if we go into the the creation system, I'll show you guys this thing. Now this looks horrifying. Excuse me. Not so bad actually. Basically what happens is you can decide to create whatever kind of thing you want. Sword, shield, carriers, which is like vehicles, you got cars and aircrafts, and objects. I don't even know what this is, but this could be a thing. I guess that's just free creation stuff. But it's really easy. We can take let's just take a sword. We make a sword here, put down a sword handle. Now this actually, I think, becomes invisible. This is just to show where your character will hold the weapon. And then you just build onto it. So I'm going to remember it's there. I'm going to take some iron. And now you'll see down here there are different tools. There's squares and triangles and stuff. These are more like macro sized tools. If you want, you can make things like that. I have found when making fine detailed things like this, the best thing to use is just this one little pencil tool. It just makes one little pixel at a time, or one little voxel at a time, and they can connect and you can place them on top of each other and stuff like that. So this isn't going to be by any means an extensive kind of, I guess you'd call it a tutorial, but I will show you a couple more of the basics. For example, this slider right here, very important. This raises your y-axis, which is your floor. And you can push F and it will center you there. Very important things. So I'm going to go back to the brush tool. I'm going to do something, just a little thing here. So there we've got a basic thing there. You can take the square tool and you can kind of drag it along this way, and you can go way up as big as you'd like. And then you got to worry about a handle as well. So what we can do is we can go wood, zoom in here. I want to get underneath this now. We can kind of click and drag it across this way, and then we can go, oh wait, we can't go down, we gotta drop this down. Oh yeah, we're using the selection tool now, I messed that up. Right clicking, although necessary to move, also resets your tools, which is really frustrating. Doesn't always do it too, which makes it even better. I don't know if that's right, but oh damn. No, I want it to be 1 wide by 5. We're going to drop it straight down. So now we got something that looks like this. The way you can remove blocks is you can click and drag with this tool, select them, and just hit delete on your keyboard. Now we can hide parts, and it will get rid of that crappy handle. The handle, I think, is only there to really show you where you're holding onto things. You can also do neat patterns by doing things like this, if you'd like. You can pick different things. Actually, let's pick steel because it's darker. And you can do things like this to add serrades, which is pretty neat. Or if you were to go right next to each other, you would just make the blade wider. You could even do something like this and make a giant serrade, which is pretty cool. Given some time and a little bit of practice, you could make some really cool stuff with this. You can even do stuff like this. I'm going to chop out the whole center of that. That actually looks pretty cool as is. But if I wanted to take steel, connect it, you have to connect it right to an existing block. No, I want to make it 1 wide and drag it all the way down. You can put a line of dark down the middle of your blade. There are details as to how the blade actually works. Let's refresh this. You can adjust some of these stats based on different things, like I believe the weight and the size of it, how sharp and how thin the blade is counts as to how much damage it does. So let's actually test that. If I were to do that, refresh, I would actually increase the damage. Apparently that is dangerous. I mean, I wouldn't want to be hit with a somewhat sharp piece of metal that was shaped like that, but you know. So, but what you can do is you can just kind of, with a little bit of work and a little creative license, you can just kind of make something that looks pretty badass in a fairly short amount of time. Ooh, actually, I know exactly the type of sword I want to do with this. Let's go back to... Actually, let's make it look kind of horrifying. We're going to take copper, even though copper doesn't look like this. Copper rusts green and is naturally kind of green-blue, and its ore and stuff like that. If we do something like this, I'm just gonna kind of, oops, Control Z undoes it just like you'd imagine it would. Come on, there we go. Ah, I selected the wrong tool now. Do something horrifying like this. What? No. Come on, pencil tool. There. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. I actually don't like that. I think it looks kind of like shit. I'm just gonna delete this whole thing. And then we can just sharpen it up a little. And yeah, you can make a fairly substantial looking sword in just a couple of minutes. When I was learning how to do this, I made another one. I'm actually going to save this. I like the way it looks. I'm going to like this. I'm going to name it Test Sword 2. Oh, Sword 2, because I already have a test sword done. If I go over here, I go to Test Sword 1. Nope, that's not the right one. Entitled, this is the one. So I made this thing a little while ago. It is... I Final Fantasied the shit out of this pretty quick. So it's just a neat looking sword thing. The way you apparently get it in the game is you just click on this, which is export. It will tell you what it'll cost. I have 99 of everything, so I can just go like this, export, export successfully. If I go back out to the game, it should be in my inventory. There it is. Come on. Oh, it's so tiny. I thought it would be bigger than that. It's like a little Wakizashi butter knife. But that's actually kind of good to know. Now I just want to... Can I just get a little closer to it? There we go. It's kind of good to know that that's how small it is. That's 40 units tall of a blade, so I would go with something like 80 maybe, or 60. Let's see how it looks in the hand. Yeah, that's about as good as I was expecting it. It's just very small. So yeah, you can do that. That's a pretty cool thing that you can do. Kind of want to make it bigger now. Thought it'd be much larger than that. But yeah, so you can make all kinds of stuff. Oh, let me show something else that I found was interesting. Go to creation mode. I want to create a shield. Alright, so there's a front and the back. We need parts. Let's get one of these things. Guess we'll just kind of... Actually, I gotta raise this up. Let's raise it up to about 40. I'm gonna try and center this the best we can. It's not the easiest to see. Alright, there. So we got a shield. Now, we're gonna go, I'm gonna make it wood. Hide parts is on, so we have to turn that off. Now, I want to, no, cylinder. I haven't used a cylinder tool, so I'm probably going to balls this up because I don't know what it uses. Okay, so it's going to be based off of the edge and the bottom. Whoop, nope. So we're going to drop this all the way back down. I would like for it to tell me exactly where my location is here. I'm just going to go and say this is a good spot. I'm going to drag it out so it's about 4 thick, and I'm going to put it all the way out to 100, and then we're going to make it 80 high. Got a kind of weird ovalish shield. Okay, that'll do. Big plywood looking shield. It's very thin. I was hoping to make it thicker. You know what we could do? We could just go take the same tool. Let's bring it into about here. I'm going to make this one like 3 thick. I'm going to take it about 80, and we're going to bring it up to about 80 again. Let's see if these meld. Oh, I brought it one too far out. I wonder if there's a way to move things. Can I select all? Nope, this isn't going to work. Let's start over. Sometimes you just got to start fresh. No, that's not what I wanted. Rotate. Come on, there we go. The tools still aren't 100% great. I mean, they do the job, but... Actually, you know, let's just bring this up a little. Let's do like 20? No. 15. And put it about here. We want it to be about 4 thick. And we'll bring it up to about 50, that's good enough. So we have this stool looking thing. I believe we need to build over this hammer. I center clicked and drag is to readjust your thing, or you can zoom over an area, press F, and that becomes a focal point. I don't know if we have to build over these, but I prefer to because I can make things that look better usually. Let's just leave it at that for a second because I really just want to show something here. Now, if I go decals, you can go and add this. Now, hang on, I gotta do something off camera real quick. I have to see if I can find my YouTube avatar. Whatever, we're just gonna take one of the ones that they already give. So you can stamp one of these on here. You can place it in better places. You can adjust things like this. It's got a pretty interesting UI like this. You can rotate it, stretch it, kinda, things like that. It gives you the number of degrees. It's a pretty good tool for this. Sucks that I couldn't put my own logo on here, but you can do stuff like that. I swear I should just be able to drag this into the game. That'd be great. If the devs are watching this at any point, if you can integrate some way where if I'm playing this in windowed mode, I could just click and drag an image off of a window and put it in there, similar to how you can upload various files on file sharing websites and stuff like that, just click and drag. That would be absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to create a vehicle real quick. Let's make a large, no, you know what, well, don't save. Instead of a large vehicle, we'll make a small vehicle. I don't know how big this small vehicle actually is. Let's look at parts and see. Oh wow, okay, so they just give us stuff. Alright, this is a good base to kind of determine how big it needs to be. Let's see, what else we got? We have all of these tires and engines. Oh, there's some cool stuff here. Alright, what I might do is I might do a time lapse here. And build something quickly. Alright, there you have it. The absolute shit. This thing is horrible. But I made it in about, no, 10 minutes. If I want to sit here and make things for hours and hours, I probably could make some cool stuff. Also, I don't know if this is going to show this. I think if I click hide when I'm saving it, it'll do it, but like if I do this and then I save it, it won't have wheels and shit. Let's just export it to see what vehicles are like. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's also nighttime. Let's do this real quick. What are these? The diamond shovel? Oh, there's an iron bed. Be there. Sleep. Sleep for like 7 hours. There's the planets moving around, doing their thing. Sleep for several more hours. Like another 5 hours. Let's see what happens. Time's going by. That is pretty cool. Alright, there we go. It's morning. Let's go to our items. There it is. Look at this dinky little thing. Now, I've never driven in this game yet. Let's get on. Oh, your vehicle cannot turn. L for lights, WASD. WASDX? What does X do? Apparently I didn't put turning wheels on this, that's okay. How does one escape from vehicle? Does X do the exiting? Oh, there we go. R apparently does it. Let's put some turning wheels on this fucker. So yeah, we can just go here. I know I saved it. Where'd you go, thing? Ah, there we go. Vehicles. Absolute shit. So yeah, let's see. Parts. Where is the turning bits? Vehicle engine, fuel cell, rubber tire. Let's put some rubber tires on it. Put a rubber tire right in the middle. That could look cool. How does one do turning tires? More steering tires for turning. How does... Oh god, that's huge. We're putting this in the back. Yeah. Oh, I apologize again for the sniffles. Headlights. Headlights are an important thing. Just gonna put one headlight there. That's about centered. Wow. I need to acquire a tissue. Alright, let's see here. Turning tires, where are you? Not an effect. I'd imagine wooden tires would do it, but well, this is a thing that this needs. Oh, that's too big. Oh my god. That's pretty big, but it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Oh my god, some of these are massive. Laser cannon. We'll put one of these right there. This is looking pretty swag. How the hell does one put on turning tires? It is not listed in the parts here. Put a side seat. That's kind of neat. I don't see it listed here. Materials. This is just for building stuff, paint, decals. Let's just stick one of these right there. We are sponsored by all of the planetary things. Where is the turning tires? I'm sure they're in here somewhere. I mean, it's just turrets, engine. Am I supposed to take these tires and somehow convert them to turning tires? Is there a rotating thing? Do I click on this and tell it to be a turning tire? Who are you? Let's see. I can't read the whole thing because of the UI. Not really. You can mark this wheel as a steering tire. But how? Steering tire or turning tire? Is it in the inspector? Ah, here we go. Alright, so this is the left side. Well, no, you need to stay right where you were. Actually, you can probably be better centered. Alright, still not perfect. Good enough. You can be right side. Oh, I didn't apply. Left side, steering tire, apply. Is this a thing that I can edit, or is it just letting me know? I think it's just letting me know. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna save again. Now we're gonna export this motherfucker. Alright. That one's garbage, we don't need it. We need inventory. There we go, now it's got all the stuff. Get on this. Oh, the turret moves and everything. Oh wow, this is actually pretty smooth. I mean, considering it's kind of a piece of crap. Unfortunately, there are no monsters or anything for us to shoot, I don't think. Ooh, actually, you know what we do have? At least we should. I don't know if it's gonna work. Is it under resources? Normally you have a mob spawning thing. Can I buy one? I think I talked about it in the first or second episode. Yes. Buy a monster beacon. Monster beacon, where are you? Monster beacon. I can drop this thing out here. You know what else I want to try while I'm here? Let's, oh, I think I need a power plant thing, don't I? I hear something walking to my side. I think I do. Maybe I'm just crazy. Well, I don't think the timer is going to work because we're on this build mode. Oh wait, there's a monster. Oh god, they're coming for me. Alright, I apparently don't have enough power. Fuck it, let's hit it. It is hurting my car. Why do turrets no work? So yeah, there's obviously a lot that I have to learn here. But, I can see that there's a lot of potential here. If you can get a good engine and some good stuff, and design an intelligent vehicle. Now this is also interesting. It seems like the physics actually matter quite a lot here. Because I put that tire in the front, and man is it slowing me down. Why can't I shoot the gun? Oh, there we go. Somehow I turned it off. Also, it doesn't make sound. Don't know what that's all about. But I can shoot the things. And the things are very angry at me. Also, this gun doesn't do a ton of damage. But we can ride around in circles and we can shoot the guns. All the guns. Positioning the guns seems important. I'm sure there's a better way to position the guns because I can't aim down very well, which sucks because most of these things are very low to the ground. Also, frame rate is taking a crap while I record as this many things show up. Because there's a potential for there to be 72 different enemies here. Driving away from the issue does not seem to be resolving the issue. It's a lot of pissed off AI. I wonder what happens when a vehicle's destroyed. Well, now's the time to find out, I guess. I hope it explodes in a spectacular, glorious death. Although I'm gonna die long before it does. Let's see, items. There, that'll heal me, but not my vehicle. Good. Okay, I can aim down quite a little bit here. Let me just not die. I just want to see if the vehicle explodes or... I really have no idea what happens. Let's just move a little bit here. So I'm currently down to 6 frames a second as these things hammer on my vehicle. I have to move just a little bit to prevent me from actually dying. 7 frames. We're kind of hovering in the single digits, which is great. Man, vehicles can take a lot of beating, though. I'm sure the more stuff you add to it, the more things you make it out of, the stronger it'll be. Oops, I didn't mean to do that early. I'm assuming this is the health of the vehicle right here. It is dropping quite rapidly, which is good. We want it to explode. If it explodes, let's just move this over here so we can see a little better. Oh god, the flying things are here. I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm down to 3 frames a second. There are plenty of enemies here. Okay, I died. Vehicle also exploded, which is good. Oh, look at all the parts flew around, too. I'm gonna have to stop recording, because 4 frames a second. And things are gonna beat me to death. So, yeah. Can't even respawn. So, here's the thing. If I go ahead and record more of this, I'm not going to be doing this, because those monster cube things, my computer can't handle it, and I have a pretty decent computer. I'm at 3 frames a second right now, which is pretty cool. But I can't handle 50 or more entities on the screen at the time. It doesn't work. Maybe when the game's optimized more. But if you guys enjoyed, let me know, and I'll think about doing a survival thing on here without all the cheaty buildy stuff, and we'll try and actually survive and do something maybe for a few episodes, see how that goes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you later.